Hello and welcome. Today we're lucky to be joined by Bruce Bolam, one of the co-owners of Lot 22 Lloyds Road Bathurst, which is coming onto the market. And Bruce is talking to us today about the property. So Bruce, what are some of the key advantages of investing in property in Bathurst?
Well, we're very fortunate in Bathurst that it's a strong commercial centre. It has a very balanced economy. It has education, 5 boarding colleges, a university. It has manufacturing, Simplot, Devereux, that type of industry. It has we are very fortunate that our growth rate is the highest percentage of any growth rate in inland New South Wales. We have an ample supply of water. Our dam is overflowing, and in my 36 years of living in Bathurst, we've had water restrictions for only 6 months of those 36 years, and that was something like 15 years ago.
Wow.
It's a city that's very close to Sydney, very pleasant, balanced city to live in, with a great heritage background. We have below average unemployment and above average growth rate.
And we're still benefiting from decentralisation back in the 70s and 80s.
Yes, we are. We're still. Oh yes, any of the industries that have come, they've been able to flourish and attract personnel, because the way of living in Bathurst is very pleasant, and so much facilities for the children and education generally.
Okay, Bruce. Now I understand Lot 22 Lloyds Road was formerly a army storage depot. So what are some of the standout features of this unique property?
Yes, the building, the area itself is 29.5 hectares or 70 acres. It's most of it has been levelled, it's cleared land, and we're fortunate to have on it 6 buildings with a total area of 15,000 square metres. The buildings are in good condition, and we also are fortunate to have a rail line, a direct access from the main rail line through the city into the site itself. We have 2 rail lines, one 400 metres long and the other one 890 metres long. The site itself is close to the city, and it's just waiting for development.
And I understand it's even got a sealed road there.
Sealed road runs right in front of the building, of the site. It has water to the boundary and of course 3-phase electricity onto the site.
Okay. Now I understand the land is currently zoned as 1A rural. So what does that permit you to do at the moment, and are you hoping to get that land rezoned?
The council has for some time been working on a new local environmental plan, and it's been having negotiations with the state government, and we believe that while the land is zoned 1A general rural at the moment because it was an army site, under the new LEP when it comes out, we are anticipating that the land will be zoned industrial. I should add that the army, before they sold the land to us, they had independent experts come in and carry out extensive contamination remediation, and we have independent reports from reputable companies that the land is zoned to industrial standard. The land is cleared of contamination to industrial standards.
So Bruce, what can you actually do with the land at the moment as it is zoned at present as rural?
Well, to be honest, we have been holding the land waiting to get the zoning changed. But while this has been going on, I've had a number of people approach us to utilise the sheds. And while we're giving nobody a long-term lease, we have on occasion leased the sheds out on a month-to-month basis.
So I understand under the current zoning, if you had someone with grain storage needs, they could actually store.
Oh yes, in fact one of the sheds that I might add is an acre in area is being used for that type of storage right now.
Right. So Bruce, why are you actually selling this property?
We originally bought this property as a backup support for some property we had on the other side of Bathurst, on the Sydney side of Bathurst, that we had anticipated would be developed as an intermodal centre. That has, and the site that we are talking about here now on Lloyds Road already has rail facilities, most unusual and very rare and very valuable asset to the site. It has direct rail facilities from the site onto the main line. And we bought this site as a backup to the development of an intermodal centre on the other side of Bathurst. I am now out of that area on the Sydney side of Bathurst, and therefore the need to hold this land is no longer relevant to us, and that's why it's putting it up for sale.
Okay, that's good. So Bruce, you do currently have a tenant in part or all of the property, is that right?
Again, we haven't advertised and we haven't sought tenants, but we have been approached by people who are aware the sheds are there, aware the sheds are in good condition but unused, and have requested to use them from time to time. And so we have an arrangement whereby they can lease the sheds on a month-to-month basis.
So what sort of return is that arrangement giving you at the moment?
If we were to lease all the sheds, probably $12,000 to $13,000 a month.
But at the moment you're just covering costs basically, are you?
Basically covering costs, yes.
So what are your outgoings on the property at the moment?
Well, mainly the rates, in fact almost exclusively the rates, which are just under $14,000 per annum.
Right. Why do you feel the property is currently worth $3 million as you've got it on the market for at the moment?
Well, you only have to consider, here we have 70 acres, 29.5 hectares, on the outskirts of Bathurst, on a sealed road with water and electricity facilities. Here we have 15,000 square metres of sheds. We have, the land is cleared and most of it very level. We have a railway line, direct access from the site to the rail line. The building, the area is fully fenced, a very good wire fencing right around the property.
That was put in by the military, wasn't it?
Put in by the military. The land has been cleared of any contamination to industrial standard. It's a unique piece of land, a unique piece of land. And I don't know of anywhere else in inland New South Wales where we could find such a facility with that area of land, with the sheds, with the rail access, and being so close to a city that is travelling very, very well.
So Bruce, if people want to know more about this property, where can they contact you?
Well, they can either contact me via email.
Yes, so that's via the website, which is
Yes.
AustralianPropertyDevelopers.com.
Yes.